Welcome to Kim's Art Alchemy and today's special July the 4th pour. So I am going to try and do something red, white, and blue just for you. All right, I'm going to fast forward this part and then I'll come back to you in a bit. We're back. I've got my white in my piping bag. I have got alcohol inks by Decor in ruby and blueberry for my red, white, and blue pour. Now, some of you might be aware that I am also a citizen of another country who also celebrated its Independence Day this week on the 1st. Who can name that country? Pop that in the description below. All right, so I'm gonna drop these down. This is gonna be a very similar pour to the one that I did earlier this week for Talent Tuesday with Marie Louise and myself. And if you missed that video, it will be linked at the very end and you can check it out. That one was my cupcake bouquet, which was really fun. So this is along similar veins, just making it a red, white, and blue theme. All right, did I tell you the details? I don't think I told you details. I mixed up a total of 4 ounces of resin. It's about 113 grams. And I used my RESINERS dual head mixer to mix it for me. Placed it in my debubble machine, waited a little bit, and then it got to 33.5 or something degrees Celsius, and I decanted 17 grams for my white that I'm using right here for the bloom. And speaking of blooms, I am using Julie's Bloom Paste by Pouring Your Heart Out, and you can get it on her eBay store. It used to be available on Amazon. I think she said recently that she's out on Amazon. I'm not sure if she's out on all the Amazon stores or just the US one or which ones. So maybe check and see, but it is available on her eBay store. All right, so I'm just doing these little swirly blooms again. What is that? Got a little hair. All right. Swirl these around. Spread that color. Hopefully de-blob. I might do, I thought, you know, in looking at my previous bloom from Tuesday, that I perhaps should have done a smaller center like I'm doing here. And then do more to the outside. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I probably need a little more of this. So I'll try and sneak maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'll sneak in a few more. Okay. This one here looks so awesome. All right, I'll be back when this is cured. We're back for layer 2, and normally I don't chat so much on this layer because it's usually the same as what I've done. However, you will notice, like I did, that these blooms are, ooh, I forgot that I put forgot that I put my layer of resin in there already. Oh my gosh, what am I thinking? I'm a dingling. That's just a given. Anyway, what was I saying before I stuck my finger in the resin? The blooms on this side grew this way, and I knew as it was starting to do it that I was like, oh man, I bet my table's not level. And I had been telling myself that before I even started this one that I should check that it's level again, because things happen, you know, your house settles, the table that this is sitting on will settle, this might shift, the legs that that are under it that I can adjust to keep this level might have shifted. So it's always a good idea to check how level your space is, probably, you know, once every couple weeks. It's probably been once a month or a month since I've done it. So I was a little worried about that with this piece, but I am not as worried about what I'm gonna do with this, because watch this. If I turn this piece, which again I should have done before I put the resin in, maybe more like this. It's kind of like a bloom that's got more up on this side. So I'm totally gonna be able to make it work. I am not worried anymore about it. I will adjust. Here we go for layer 3. And I mixed up only 2 ounces of resin and then decanted 20 grams for the green. So the green is primarily the Bloom Paste by Julie Cutts again, and then I colored it with alcohol inks. And the name of that alcohol ink will be in the description below. So I'm just laying this out, trying to make it look like I've got leaves. And then I'm gonna come back for a 4th and final layer. So stay tuned. The end is in sight, I promise. I told you we were almost done. I obviously put a silver backing on my piece and it's still a little soft. So let me see. That's why I've got my gloves because I don't want to put fingerprints on this, but I need to get it out so that I can get the video out. Looks like I have a little bit of overflow I'll need to trim, so I will do that. But let's see. Oh, it's a pretty piece. Woo! There we go. See, I'm gonna have to snip these little bits off. That's pretty cool. I'm not so sure about the color of my leaves. I perhaps should have just left the bloom and put the backing with the silver on it. I think that would have looked better. There. Just trimmed off those bits, and I'm gonna get a white card. Yeah, I like it a lot better now, seeing it off of the pink. Yeah, the little blooms. Yep, that definitely gave it an even better 3D look. By doing that center area first, then followed by the bigger area behind it. Yeah. Still not sure about the color of the leaves. I should have made it, I just didn't want to make it too dark and detract from the bloom, so I wanted something light. I think I just like it with the white background. I think that's the winner. I like it like that. This orientation. I like this one. Yeah, nope, this orientation. This is the one. Happy 4th of July for those of you in the United States who celebrate. And let me know what your thoughts are on this piece in the comment section below. And I will catch you on the next video. Bye for now.